Why I chose to do this in the foggy space between Christmas and New Year's is a mystery to me. Just be hopelessly addicted to the liminal. You probably clicked this video because you're like, oh my god, the artist way. That's so cool. I want to do the artist way. Or you clicked it because you're like, what the shish is the artist way? It's a book. It's written by a lady named Julia Cameron. I believe it was in the early 90s. I could look it up, but it doesn't matter. The gist of this book is basically 3 things. So let's just do a massively quick overview. The morning pages, yes, that is probably the most important part of the artist's way. It is 3 handwritten, I guess it doesn't have to be handwritten, but 3 pages, front and back, however, just 3 full pages written stream of consciousness every single morning you wake up. And it's basically just a brain dump. It can be creative. It can be you bitching. It can be you feeling sad. It can be you being like, I need to write my grocery list. It doesn't matter. You just got to get up and write 3 pages every single day. Spoiler alert, I don't always write 3 pages, but I try to write every day. Think of it as a trudge through the sludge of your brain. Number B. It is the artist date. The artist date is you get out of the house and you take yourself somewhere cool, like a museum, the thrift store. I don't know. Anything that pleases your inner child, your inner artist, because that's what this whole journey is about. Healing that little buddy inside that's been neglected for a long time. And you know what? It doesn't say this in the book, but I say this. If you can't get out of the house, if your car is dead, if you don't have the money, if you don't want to be tempted to spend money, and you just set aside an hour, 1 time a week, and collage or do something creative in your house, I think that counts. Last, you have a chapter a week. So you read a chapter each week. And every chapter, every week, has different prompts, different actionable items that you have to do. Week 1 is super easy. It does get harder though. It does get harder. It gets more committed. You gotta be ready. Well, that's that. That's pretty much the artist's way. I encourage you to buy the book and actually read it. There are a lot of revelatory things in there where you'll read it and be like, what? Why did I never think of it that way? It sounds so dumb, but it's true. And also a lot of people are turned off by it. There's a lot of God language in this book. I do not take this as blatantly any type of denomination. It is really just the great creator within you. It's manifest destiny, but for art and not bad. Okay? Further ado, the moment you've all been waiting for, my vlog. It's just me every day filming myself, reluctantly, sometimes excitedly, but you get the gist. I am on my artist date. I'm not driving, I'm parked, so no stress there. I have some gift cards from Christmas, so I'm gonna go treat myself to some cute nail polish and I don't know, just whatever. And just gonna hang out with myself. Feeling a little foggy brain sort of day, so hopefully this lifts the spirits. Okay.
1 hour later.
Okay, I did it. I braved the 30-mile-per-hour winds and I got myself some nail polish, 2 different kinds, some Urban Decay eyeshadow and a concealer stick. I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, and some star pimple patches. That was $70. My gift card was for $50, so $20 out of pocket, which, all things considered is not so bad considering that I consider that I don't normally buy this kind of stuff, so it's all right. was good. I almost bought some nail polish that was like scratch and sniff type, and it wasn't even like the best color in the world, but I just love the idea of scratch and sniff, and I know that artist dates are supposed to be about like your inner child. So yeah, but I resisted. It's not practical for me. Yeah, I'll show you the stuff when I get home. I want to get out of the car. All right, here's what we got. This is Trish. She wants to be part of this, so I'm not fighting it. Say hi. Not sponsored in any way. I'm not an influencer. Starface for my pimples. Can you please? My God. Urban Decay. It's, what's the... Freebird. Play Freebird. This, like, puke green nail polish. I got a thing for chartreuse, pukey green. It's my jam. This sort of iridescent nail polish. And a concealer stick. Oh my God, guys. I'm crazy. $70. What? Nail polish from my artist date. And we're on day three today. And I had some epiphanies this morning with my morning pages. I used to have these reoccurring dreams as a kid about like getting stuck on a giant hillside, and I just had an epiphany that it's kind of like a manifestation of a subconscious manifestation of my ADHD burnout. And I'm always kind of hitting that emergency brake, just kind of sliding back down to the bottom and having to start completely over climbing that hill. And this entire process is really just about this is really hard to articulate. This is why filming videos about really intense emotional revelations feels so daunting. Needless to say, I had some epiphanies in my morning pages. That's all I have to say, right? That's what this process is about. On the docket for the remainder of the day is catching up on work, and I started cleaning the bedroom / studio / inventory / workspace the other day, and I didn't get very far, but I did make progress. But today I'm going to be working on the tops of the dressers where like my stickers are, and there's just random garbage. It's not garbage, but it's just clutter all over the floors and dressers. So that's today's order of business. Yeah, so here's my desk, and I cleaned that the other day. It does look kind of cluttered, but this is neat for me. I am a maximalist, and I am not ashamed. All my books, little reminders to myself, got my cards, my bookmarks, shipping stuff, tarot stuff for when I'm feeling witchy. My friend Zine, Paddington, of course. All of my stickers, this is where I store all my stickers. Obviously need to reorder. Then it's just a bunch of crap that I don't use. I guess this really isn't all that messy. It's just like half this stuff I don't need. I don't need any of this. These are my print backers. More crap I don't need. Overflow. Receipts. And big ass bin full of clothes that I need to go through. Prints that need hung. Blah, blah, blah. Just a mess. A mess. 4 pages today instead of 3. That's how beneficial they were today. Then I had to go to the grocery store because we have a snowstorm coming and it's New Year's Eve, and just needed some extra stuff because there's a teenager in this house. It's impossible to keep food. So I feel like that's where I spend most of my time. But cleaning was done yesterday. I mean, there's still so much to do, but I made progress, as I will show here. Could easily put in some corny ass lo-fi music just to fill the space. But I don't want to. Look at all my stuff. Look how clean it is. Oh my god. I'm so awesome. Yeah. Looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. And yeah, the rest of today I'm going to be doing some just like boring end of the year inventory stuff and answering some emails. And then later, not going out because I'm not a New Year's Eve going out kind of guy. I'm gonna stay in with the fam and we're gonna watch movies and maybe play Scrabble. And that's that. Sometimes the dopamine of the challenge sort of wears off. You know, it like ebbs and flows. So like I only had one morning page written today and that's like all I could handle. But I have been incredibly productive otherwise, so. Draw. Look at her draw. She's drawing on her iPad. Draw. I wish I could draw this fast. Put it in. Fast forward. Ooh. And my nail chipped. Terrible angle because I don't want to set up my tripod right now, but we're on day 6 and I just want to say that my biggest reflection so far of week 1, and I think it's going to be like my main takeaway, is the positive affirmations. I know that's so corny, but like you're supposed to put down your negative core beliefs at the very end of your morning pages and then sort of turn it around into something positive. And I didn't really do that the first time I did this. I did it a little bit, but I didn't take that part very seriously because I'm an incredibly cynical person. But I did this time, and it's really helping because I have a fun thing where I've been waking up really early in the morning and I have massive anxiety. Perimenopause is a bitch. I was able to have some crazy anxious thought at 4 a.m. of like, you know, your house is going to fall down or something completely irrational. And another voice came in my mind. I promise I'm not crazy. But really, another voice came in and said, you don't have to worry about that right now. You don't have to worry about that right now. You don't have to worry about that really at all. You need to go to sleep. You need rest. And it was awesome because I advocate for everybody else. I rarely advocate for myself. And it was nice to just be like, oh, that's an option. 7 of week 1 of The Artist's Way. I woke up this morning, read the news, and wrote one rage page. That's what I'm calling it today. Rage page. And now we'll discuss overall feelings. So here we are. We're done with week 1 of The Artist's Way. I hope you enjoyed my very shoddily put together vlog. I've never really done that before. And I imagine I'll either get better or worse at it. Time will tell. Biggest takeaway is the positive affirmations. Like I said, the time that I did this in the past, I was definitely kind of half-assing it a little bit, not gonna lie. I mean, it still worked. It was still very beneficial, but I was half-assing it. So giving the affirmations a little more space to breathe has been really beneficial for me. Now on to week 2, where things are going to start to get a little more intense. Like the chapters will start to give you more actionable items, like call to actions, things that you need to do. And I'm going to do my best to keep my morning pages going, keep my artist date going, and keep up with those prompts and keep y'all posted. Thanks for hanging out, and see you next week.